The midnight highway. The road stretched out before me, a dark ribbon cutting through the dense forest. The only illumination came from my headlights, casting eerie shadows that danced in the trees. It was well past midnight, and I found myself alone on this desolate stretch of highway. My knuckles whitened as I gripped the steering wheel, the silence of the night pressing in on me like a suffocating blanket. I had always been wary of driving at night, but tonight felt different, as if something sinister lurked just beyond the edge of my vision. I tried to shake off the feeling, chalking it up to fatigue and the isolation of the road. But then I saw a figure standing at the side of the highway, barely visible in the dim glow of my headlights. My heart pounded in my chest as I slowed down, my mind racing with fear and uncertainty. Who would be out here in the middle of the night, alone and seemingly stranded? Against my better judgment, I pulled over to the side of the road, the gravel crunching beneath my tires. As I rolled down the window, the cool night air flooded into the car, carrying with it a sense of unease. A figure approached slowly, its features obscured by the darkness. "Are you okay?" I call out, my voice sounding small and insignificant in the vast emptiness of the night. There was no response, only the sound of footsteps drawing closer. My pulse quickened as the figure came into view, revealing a face shrouded in shadows. I could feel its eyes on me, piercing and cold, sending a shiver down my spine. "Please," the figure whispered, its voice barely audible over the hum of the engine. "You have to help me." I hesitated, my instinct screaming at me to drive away, to leave this stranger behind in the darkness. But something compelled me to stay, to reach out and offer assistance to this lost soul. "What do you need?" I asked, my voice trembling with uncertainty. The figure stepped closer, its features becoming clearer in the faint light, and then I saw a gaping hole where its mouth should have been, a black void that seemed to swallow the very essence of the night. "I need a ride," it rasped, its voice echoing with a hollow emptiness. "Please, I can't stay here." I recoiled in horror, my mind struggling to comprehend what I was seeing. Was this some kind of trick, a cruel joke played by the darkness itself, or had I stumbled upon something far more sinister, something beyond the realm of human understanding? But before I could react, a figure reached out a hand, its fingers stretching impossibly long as they brushed against the window. I could feel its icy touch searing into my skin, sending waves of terror coursing through my veins. With a scream, I slammed my foot on the gas pedal, the tires screeching as they tore away from the side of the road. The figure watched me go, its hollow eyes following my every move with a hunger that chilled me to the bone. I drove for what felt like hours. The image of that twisted figure burned into my mind like a brand. I couldn't shake the feeling that it was still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim. As the first light of dawn began to creep over the horizon, I finally reached civilization, my hand still shaking as I pulled into a gas station. I stumbled out of the car, my heart racing as I recounted the events of the night to anyone who would listen. But no one believed me, dismissing my story as nothing more than the ravings of a tired and frightened mind. And perhaps they were right, for who could believe such a tale of horror and madness? But as I drove away from that desolate stretch of highway, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had encountered something truly evil that night, something that defied explanation and reason. And as I glanced into the rearview mirror, I saw a faint shadow lurking just beyond the edge of sight, a reminder that some horrors are all too real, and that the darkness holds secrets far darker than we can ever imagine.